Hello, everybody. This is Rob Cootie. I'm the founder of What Not to Do in Network Marketing, the MLM Solution, building MLM online. I need leads now.com and robthemlmdoctor.com and many other sites, products, and services. I tell you that not to impress you. I tell you that because many people have been asking me who I am, what do I do for a living, how do I help people in this industry, etc. So I thought I'd make this video and just kind of give a quick background of who I am and what I've done over the years. I've been around this industry, this wonderful industry, an industry that I'm an advocate of and promote at every opportunity because I believe in the positive output of this business model. It's probably the fairest business model I've ever seen, and I think it can empower a lot of people to do great things in their life. So I promote it every chance I get, and I've been around it for 30 plus years, and I've worked with some of the largest names in the industry. I've been sponsored by them, et cetera, and we've hung out together and discussed many things. Now, that being said, if I was to tell you their names, most of you would recognize them right away. If you didn't, you could look them up on Google and find out a lot of great information about them almost immediately. Now, that's not told to you to impress you. It's told to you only to let you know how far my knowledge goes, how far my experience goes, how deep my connections in this industry actually go. So those names are neither here nor there. They don't impact you in any way. So please don't give me any credit for being around these people. I had a job and a living like anybody else, and you do too. You probably know a lot of good people as well. So that being said, let's get past the name dropping and let's focus on what this video is really about, and that's how I help people across the world. Over the years, I've had people from all across the world call me and say, hey, I need help with my business. I heard that you're really good at doing that. And I would help people free of charge. But the thing is, I was always on the phone and had very little personal time. I love helping people. I like to see them succeed. I like to see them happy. And if I could help them by just imparting some knowledge to them, why not, right? If you really care about people, then you're going to back it up by doing what you say you're going to do. And that's exactly what I did. Now, that being said, I didn't have a personal life because I was always on the phone. And with the advent of technology and the internet, it developed a lot of tools that now I can use to share this knowledge with people 24/7 all across the world while I still have a life. And that's a wonderful thing. The thing that I do, basically, is I get right to the point in helping people make this business go. Look, there's a lot of crap out there, a lot of silver-tongued son of a guns out there that will convince you they know what they're doing and how to do it. And to be honest with you, I wish that was the case. Unfortunately, many of you have run into what I ran into. I've had the lonely nights. I've had the countless no-shows. I've driven the many lonely miles and shown up to meetings where I was the only one. I questioned myself many times whether I was cut out for this business, whether I was actually going to make it in this business. And I'm a tough person mentally to break, but I'm telling you, this business really challenged me. And I'll be honest with you, many times I put my life in peril because of the situations that I put myself in because of my commitment and my drive to make this business go. There were very few people that worked as hard as I did. There was very few people that put as many hours in as I did. And I still wasn't getting the results I wanted. I wanted the lifestyle and the income. And I couldn't figure out how come I couldn't reach those lofty goals. Well, little did I know, I was doing many, many things wrong. For every few steps I was going forward, I was falling back several more because I was doing the wrong things. I was doing more things wrong consistently than I was doing right. So the bad outweighed the good. And you know what? Here's the sad part. I didn't know. Nobody told me. I thought there was a magic bullet for a long time, and I would get very frustrated and mad, even with my upline leadership or my sponsors, because I felt like they were hiding this magic bullet from me. And that, that's the farthest thing from the truth. I can tell you there's no magic bullet here. It's hard work and doing the right things consistently. But the thing is, you have to know what the right things are. And the great thing is that making this business go is very simple. It's hard work. Don't get me wrong. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, you're in the wrong place. I don't know how this business got that reputation. It's a get-rich-quicker. Instead of working 40 years, you can work 2 or 3 and set yourself up for life if you do it right and catch the right company at the right time. But that's another story for another day. Here's the thing. All of the basic, every industry has basics. Let's give you a quick example. Michael Jordan, University of North Carolina, went on to become one of the greatest, if not the greatest, professional basketball player that's ever played the game. I personally think he's the greatest. But we're not here to debate that. Here's a little quick story. When he was at first he got cut from his high school basketball team. Isn't that a miracle? To sit back now and think of that, you think, oh my gosh, how in the world did that happen? What in the world was going through that coach's mind to cut up Michael Jordan even at the high school level? But the thing is that he wasn't very good, and he admitted that. He got to North Carolina, and every offseason he would go to Coach Dean Smith and he'd say, Coach, what do I have to practice on to get better? Dean, knowing and recognizing Michael's immense physical talents, told Michael, you need to focus on mastering the basics. And Michael did. And he worked on whatever Dean told him, whether it was dribbling or shooting or whatever. Michael worked on the basics. And what he did is he mastered those basics and then applied his immense talents and mental toughness to those basics to become what he did become. And that is, once again, probably the greatest basketball player to ever play the game. Well, guess what? There's basics in every industry. And if you master them, chances are great that you're going to do some wonderful things if you apply your own immense talents to the basic principles. Well, guess what I do? I teach the basic principles. These principles have been swept under the rug and put in the closet, and they've collected dust because of all the fancy technology that has come over the last few years, and all the new sexy business building tools that have been developed over the years. The basics have been pushed off to the side because they're not sexy anymore. Well, guess what? That's what makes the business go. These principles, strategies, and methods are the basic fundamental principles that make up this industry. This industry wouldn't operate without these principles. And guess what? All I've done is taken them out of the closet and dusted them off and say, hey guys, here's what makes this business go. Most of you don't even realize that. And the thing is that I teach people that. When people hear, they go, oh my gosh, that's all there is to it? Yeah. This business is very simple. It's hard work, folks, but it's very simple. And I'll give you an example real quick. Did any of you know, or let me ask it a different way, do any of you know what you're looking for when you're building your business? Do you know what type of people you're looking for? Do you realize you're doing an interview when you're talking to prospects? You're interviewing. Those people are blessed to be able to work with someone like yourself that has the knowledge and leadership to help them change their lives. But the thing is, do you realize that? And do you know what type of people you're looking for? Let me tell you, network marketing is all about a sifting process. And I developed a message a long time ago that I learned from many different people that helped me identify people very quickly, and also got the message across to my prospects. This message resonated with them immediately, and they said, that's what I want. What you're saying, if what you're telling me is true, that's what I'm looking for. And the thing is, my message resonated with the type of people I knew I needed to make this business go. And you know what type of people those are? They're leaders. Folks, you've got to have, the more leaders you have in your business, the bigger business you're going to have, the more stable your business is going to be, and the more money you're going to make. But the thing is, you probably have no clue that even existed, that term, that approach. If you had a bunch of us professional business builders sitting around a campfire smoking cigars and drinking cognac, you know what we'd be talking about? The basic principles of how this business works. And everybody's saying, oh, those guys got a magic bullet, they won't share it with us. Well, no. We stick with the basics. We know how to make this business go. We know the numbers. We know what type of people we need to look for. We know how many of those people we need to make our business go. We know how much PV we have to create in order to get the income and lifestyle we want. We know what kind of company to join and what time frame, so we maximize the money-making opportunity that company provides. I could go on and on and on and on. We know how to stabilize our business for long-term success. We know how to create wealth in a short period of time. We know how to rocket up the comp plan of any company we join. We know how to build a big business fast. We know how to set a solid business foundation in 90 days or less, a foundation that can catapult us to incredible heights and incredible incomes and lifestyles that most of you read about and hear about but never have the chance to experience. Those are the kind of things we talk about. Those are the Oh, sorry about that. I had a blackout. I am so sorry. Anyway, on to the story here. The bottom line is that's what we would talk about. That's what we would do. And we would talk about how to refine those things, but we would never get away from the basics. The bottom line is you don't know that. So you're out there willy-nilly all around, have no focus, have no purpose. You don't know what you're doing. You're talking to anybody that will talk to you. You're talking to anybody that will listen to you. You're talking to anybody that's breathing. Sometimes you're not even worried about whether they're breathing or not. The bottom line is you're being told a bunch of stuff that really is not going to get you anywhere fast. And that's the reason why people all across the world will call me and say, hey, can you help me out? I hear you're a great teacher on how to make this business go. Yeah, sure, I'll help you out. What's your problem? And they tell me their problem, and I'd say, well, this is what you got to do to fix it. And 4 times a night, it was spot on. Did it work every time? No. This is life. It doesn't work every time. Why it didn't work, I don't know. They're on one part of the world, I'm on the other. They asked me a question, I answered the question, I answered it honestly. And that's all you can do, right? So the bottom line is, look, my products that I have, my sites, they're all designed to do one thing. Get right to the point. Keep this business simple. Empower you to achieve great things quickly, to help you reach or give you a realistic chance to reach the income and lifestyle levels that you want. I'm not going to sit here and pull your leg. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and say each and every one of you are going to be successful. You know what? This industry, just like any industry, has dropouts. And you know what? If you want to be a part of the elite club, the 1 to 3%, sometimes it could be 5% in certain companies. But the bottom line is, if you want to be in that elite company, you got to do the right things. And if you're going to do the right things, you got to do them consistently. And you have to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and have that focus. And then you have to have the ability to teach your people to do the same thing. That's when duplication takes place. And you know what? You want to keep it simple. And then even though it's simple, it has to be effective. You know why? Because if people aren't making money and having some taste of success quickly, their chances are they're not going to stick around. They're going to say, this is bull crap. I'm not going to waste my valuable time doing something that's not going to produce. So the bottom line is, you can't burden people down with a bunch of garbage. It doesn't work. And when you're dealing with leaders, and what I mean by leaders, when I'm talking to leaders, you know what? I'm interviewing them, and I'm finding out, hey, do you lead people? Are you in charge of people? If so, how many? How long have you been doing that? I don't care if they're a volunteer, if they're leading people, and if they have leadership skills, and they've been using them for a long time, and if they're used to a really nice income already and have a nice life already, do you think those people are going to waste their valuable time and put their reputation on the line for an easily $10, $30, $50, $100, $300 a month in royalties? You got to be kidding yourself. Those people aren't going to do that. If you can't show them how to make money quickly and how to replace their income within 1 to 2 years and do it discreetly for the most part, then guess what? You're at a major disadvantage. I developed a thing called a scale of ambition. I bet you never heard of it. And I could tell you many things. Threshold of profitability. Most people never heard of that. I could go on and on and on of all the things that I've developed to help my people become focused business building machines capable of achieving great things in a relatively short period of time. Who wouldn't want that, right? So the bottom line is I'm just using the basic principles like we always have to give ourselves a realistic chance to do something special in this industry utilizing this great business model. And you know what? If you do, you could set yourself up for the rest of your life. The bottom line is you have to know what to do and when. And you have to do it consistently and you have to do it correctly. And right now, most of you are not doing that. So that's what I do. I love people. I want to empower them. And everything that I do, everything that I built, all the books I've written, all the videos I create, they're all targeted towards one thing. That's to help you get from point A to point B as quickly as possible, as efficiently and effectively as possible, and to make as much money as quickly as possible, to maximize the money-making opportunity a company provides you. And if you're with a new company, I'm going to tell you that's a short window of opportunity. I'm not going to get into that here. And here's the thing, in closing, I have a bunch of really great videos that show people exactly what I'm telling you right now. It goes into detail about why you want to join a new company, how you're going to maximize that company, what you need to do, what steps you need to take. and then I tell you how these videos tell you how to find your prospects, what to say to them, how to get them signed up, how to train them the proper way so that they get started right away doing the exact same thing that you've been doing, and how to keep this business simple. You'd be amazed at the simplicity of these videos. A lot of these videos are very short and to the point. And the thing is, I don't have a lot of videos. You know, a lot of these, I guess you'd call them business sites. I'm not sure what you would want to call my sites. Man, they have so much product. It's crazy. I don't know about you, but I bought these programs. My gosh, if I lived to be 1,000 years old, I couldn't read or watch all that stuff. You know, I'd pick out what I need out of it and use that. But man, I'm not going to overwhelm you guys with that stuff. You know, here's the bottom line. This business is not that hard. Very simple steps, very few of those steps. You master those, you're on your way. And that's the great thing about my sites and my products. You're not going to be overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. You're not going to have to say, oh my gosh, I've got 40 hours of reading. I've got another 100 hours of video to watch. And now you ain't got any of that crap. But the bottom line is I have as few videos and product as possible. I created only what's necessary to get the message out. And I feel that I've done a very effective job of that. So in closing, that's who I am. That's what I do. That's what I do for others. And here's the thing. From this point on, I'm going to start posting videos on these Facebook sites and my other sites, because the bottom line is I've been very inactive. I've not been putting a lot of effort into getting this information out. And the wife told me, hey, shit or get off the pot. You know, you've been messing around with that thing for a long time. And she's right. You know, I'll make some videos and I'll write some articles and I'll write some books, and you know, I'll do this and that, and I get sidetracked with other stuff, life in general, my grandkids, and all the things I enjoy doing. And to be honest with you, I have not done justice to the industry because I haven't shared my valuable knowledge with people like yourself, and that's sad. So, you know, she's right. I need to get this information out there to help people, and this is the beginning of that. You know, I'll be more consistent, and I'll be more determined than ever to help you guys out. And you know, get back in the groove of making a difference in people's lives, you know. And I will do that to the best of my ability. I'm not going to promise you it'll be every day, because I know I'm not going to do that. I enjoy life too much. I like my margaritas and my dogs and my family too much to be sitting in front of the computer doing what I'm doing now. I mean, right now, let's see. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not going to do that all the time. All right, that's it, guys. I'll be sending out much shorter and to the point and helpful videos here over the next few weeks. Y'all have a good evening.